jump hard. I'll go toe to toe with you. 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 Fight toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. Fight with you. Fight with you. Fight. I'll go toe to toe with you. Toe to toe with you. Toe to toe. Fight with you. Toe to toe with you. I'll knock your teeth out. You know what we bout. We bout that money, baby. You better reroute. You better recount. Count the jazz, I'ma crack your jaw. Like a pit bull, once more can't get me out. Hey, let me loose. I'ma back my bulk up with this bite. Call pay-per-view. Jump holes about to sell out this fight. I'm off the chain. I play no game. I'm on the rampage. We go back. You don't wanna see me on the TV on 3D cause the CD's the only way to handle me. Toe to toe, I'ma drop you like in the guillotine. Where's your strap now? Since you ain't back down, I'm either gonna break your neck or you gon' tap out. Get em, get em. Send them at the camp, show 'em what I did with them. I split them, yes indeed. Now watch me make them bleed. How does it go? You already know. Blow for blow, throw to throw, coast to coast. I let them know it's toe to toe. I'll go to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. I'll go to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. Fight toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you. Fight with you. Fight with you. Fight. I'll go toe to toe with you. Toe to toe with you. Toe to toe. Fight with you. Toe to toe with you. Tell me who really want it. Point them out. I'll put these arms around them. Choke them out. I'll make the hype music like I don't like music. The type to grab a mic and have to go and fight music. So who don't know about that? Know about that? Know about that? Knowing this ain't gonna fire hot. 100 down, ground and pound away at your face. Face the fact you'll hit the mat like a match in MMA. Ain't no telling what be, because nobody can see me at the top. They rather see me flop. And I'll be damned if I leave here ashamed. Win, lose, or draw, I'ma leave it in the cage. Toe to toe with you, I'll go toe to toe with you. I'll go toe to toe with you, I'll go toe to toe with you.
Ride Bailey, the hustle standing, flag no fail. Hold strong, people. Hold strong. Revolutionary, frontline standing, solitary. Mind state, kinda scary. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. Ride Bailey, the hustle standing, flag no fail. Hold strong, people. Hold strong. Revolutionary, frontline standing, solitary. Mind state, kinda scary. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. Hold strong. I'm battle tested. can. Heart beating faster. Don't forget to breathe and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong.
Nathan, grab a mic and
Thanks, my friend. You are an asshole. But I guess, you know, I kind of like you. You're alright. Kind of cool. In a weird kind of way. So what's up, people? Sorry about that little mishap in the beginning of the first part of the stream. Let me explain what happened. So, I thought maybe it was my connection for a while. You know, the last few streams. And then, come to find out, I thought, or better yet, I thought it was YouTube. Well, I've already tried YouTube. You know YouTube's a piece of shit. So I called OBS offices, and I explained to them what was happening, and I was letting them know, hey, got a little green box. My little KBs drops to 0, and YouTube even stays online. So what's up? These motherfuckers told me this. It's free. What do you expect? I shit you not. I shit you not. That's what those faggots said to me. So I've already downloaded my XSplit broadcaster. I'm trying to figure out how to set everything up, and then I'll be going live with that because, hey, fuck OBS. With that said, let's get into it because I don't have no idea how long this will last because OBS's encoder sucks ass. So, what I wanted to get into, or let's say what's up first. Start up here. The Sotai, what's up, sir? Thanks for stopping by. Always here first. Ted's in the building. And my Glober friend, Stargazer Jim. What's up, my friend? Cynics. The asshole. Well, Legendary's in the building. What's up, Peanuts? One Big Pond. Yeah, so, thank you guys for stopping by. I wanted to get into a topic that I've been kind of, I've been arguing pretty much every day over at the Glober Discord. Stargazer, he knows, he's been there. Hell yeah, Legendary. Let me know when you get that done. Let me know when you get that done. I'll definitely play it. But like I was saying, I've been arguing with these Globers. Here's the thing. I've been spouting for a long time about weather modification, cloud seeding, and I'm not crazy, and I'm sure, Stargazer Jim, you have to vouch for me on this one, man. For the longest time, all I heard was bullshit. Weather, they don't weather modificate. They do cloud seed, but they don't do it very much. And then I was like, out of nowhere, it just seemed like, and it wasn't like they admitted to it. It's just like all of a sudden it was just like, what are you talking about? Of course we know cloud seeding happens, and of course they weather modify. But no, they're just testing it. They don't really like really do this worldwide weather modification, and it was just like out of nowhere. Yeah, so apparently now they do all these things I say, not what I say, but they, you know, in general, and it's kind of annoying that it happened that way. But at the same time, what they don't know is I record a lot of those conversations, and I got plenty of that bean footage of them assholes saying I'm stupid because it doesn't exist. And then I got footage of them being completely different. So I wanted to get through that, and I wanted to go over some stuff that I kind of, you know, did some research on and have been going over, and kind of just have a recording of hey, guess what? You guys are fucking idiots. You guys want to latch on to what I've been telling you for months now and act like you knew it the whole time. One of the big things is we'll start small, and then we're going to go up to the big stuff. Start with cloud seeding. Now, we can go online and we can find all the cloud seeding websites in the world now. They're everywhere, which is kind of one point. They said, the Globers say that they cloud seed, but They only cloud seed every once in a while. But here's the thing: if I can find 10 weather or cloud seeding companies that have these big portfolios of counties, countries, that they do all this stuff in, I promise you, they're not just doing it every once in a while. They're going to be doing it a lot. Then they were like, hey, it doesn't do anything. It can't cause droughts. And then they try to get technical with it and explain that it's this happening and this happening, and they can't pull water vapors out of nothing. Blah 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 blah, and it's ridiculous because they act like I haven't been saying these things for months. What's up, Billy? How you doing, sir? But let's explain for people who don't know, maybe. Like for instance, our buddy here, Cynics. Cynics here has been fighting me for a long time that this stuff wasn't going on, and I'm sure by now, Cynics, you have to realize it's true. Yeah, Ted, I would say I would go a little lower than that, but see, it's kind of hard to say that because at the same. Okay, so here's what it is. So they cloud seed a lot. The thing with cloud seeding is it doesn't always work. It's I would call it. I would say of the world, they're probably cloud seeding in maybe 200 of them at any given time, all over the world. And we'll call that 200. I'd say about 40% of the time it actually works, and here's why: because it's these chemicals, you can't get the exact measurements of these chemicals in the air compared to as in a laboratory. And like I said, these are just my idea of numbers. This isn't like a number I got off the fucking weather modification data sheet and shit like that, because they say way less. They're trying to tell us, yeah, we cloud seed and it only works 10 to 15%, but when it does work, then it works 100%. And it's funny to me. Here's what it is. They're a company, so they're gonna give you the nice version of everything. And a lot of what these people are telling me, when I say people, I'm talking about these Glovers and the servers. They like to spout off that it can't cause any other adverse effects. But here's the thing: they're not going to tell you the bad parts of it. Not going to happen. But I will. So they'll tell you, and you can go on these websites and they'll say it does not cause droughts. If it doesn't cause droughts, then explain to me why there's over, I'd say, at least 1,000 court cases of farmers, counties that actually sue other counties and these companies because they know they've cloud seeded downwind or upwind, and they live downwind, and all of a sudden they're not getting the same rain averages that they have, or the companies that or these counties that are suing these companies in other counties because suddenly, when they've never had a flood, they're getting these mass floods. And here's why. You guys remember in Santa Barbara, I think it was last year, just late last year, they had that mudslide, and it was probably the largest mudslide in California in a long time. I don't remember the number. Let me see. Jim says, I think the problem on Discord is that when you said cloud will conflict with that chemtrails, and that's what I thought you were talking about at first. Yeah, but here's the thing. Me saying I no longer will say chemtrail there because of this for that reason, Jim. But here's the thing. Their cloud seed, they use silver iodine. They've used other chemicals. That is what it is. It is a chemtrail. Now, there are people that take it way past nutter than I do. I don't believe in Margellans and all that shit. So yeah, it does have a stigma to it, but it's a chemical trail. Even when they use the planes and they use those flares, that's a chemtrail. releasing chemicals into the air. So, like I said, I don't use that over there because that word does have a stigma to it. So, but it is what it is basically. And I mean, I have a list of the chemicals they've used that we know are dangerous, but these companies, they'll advertise that they use silver iodine. Now, silver iodine it's what they call an inert chemical. It's not a chemical that where you spilled it on your hand or, you know, or it gets into the air a little bit, like a little pinch, gonna kill you. No, but long-term exposure it gives you this crazy ass disease or some shit or reaction where your whole fucking body turns blue. It's fucking crazy. But even more importantly, it's probably the most craziest chemical I've ever heard them actually using that is known to be dangerous to animals. Now, and I've said this before there, and of course they look at me like I'm fucking crazy. But you know me, I have that footage. I got that beautiful bean footage, guys. Let's go and look at it real quick. If this is hard or it doesn't really matter, because I'm going to read it to you guys, and if you guys want to find it, I'll let you know where to find it at. But this is a toxicology report from up so I can read it. Yes, it's on the screen, but I cannot see it on my screen yet. So, oh. All right, so here's what it is. So, toxicology screening for silver iodine. It's not that it's this gonna kill everyone thing. I get that. If we're talking just people, I would say on a light day of chemtrailing, yes, right, I said it. It's gonna be not gonna be too dangerous for people. But here's what you'll find when you do the toxicology report, and you'll probably have to find this. I looked at a few others, and they are at the bottom of the list. But there's something right about here, section 2, that just pops right out at you, and it's crazy that I'll even explain to you what they'll say. So as you see, it says label according to regulation EC number 1272-2008. That's when it was done. Pictogram, signal word warning, hazardous statement, very toxic to aquatic life with long-lasting effects. Precautionary statement, avoid release to the environment. Now, understand something. When they do these toxicology reports, and if you want, like I said, you guys can go. If I can find the source for it, I'll put it in the description. But here's the thing, and Jim, understand. I've tried to show these to these people. The last time we went to that other voice chat in the server, and then everyone just disappeared and took off. That's because I was trying to show them this stuff, and they don't want to listen to it. So, this what we're reading right now, this hazardous identification, it doesn't say very toxic to aquatic life with long-lasting effects when you use too much. It doesn't say avoid releasing large amounts into the environment. It literally says avoid release to environment. That's it. Dispose of contents container to an approved waste management place. Right? So here's the problem I have. In what I just read, can anybody right now tell me that's safe to be used? Because every company is more than willing, and it says they use silver iodine for cloud seeding. They spray the stuff into the sky. Now, again, like I said, the toxicology report isn't going to tell you the amount that is needed to kill a person or an animal. It is exactly what it is. If you go and look at salt, regular table salt, it's not going to say extremely dangerous to wildlife. If you go and look up table salt or brown sugar or whatever, name something, it's not going to say extremely dangerous to aquatic life. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, they're out their mind if they think this stuff is safe. And this is just the basic. This is out in the open. This is everyone knows it that they're using this stuff, but that's what they'll put. Now, here's the thing. So you just read that. You would think in your brain that these companies would have a conscience and at some point would go, okay, this stuff may be dangerous. So let's at least lie about it. You know, I would at least, at the very fucking least, lie to us. But they don't. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and go to the weather modification site. And I want to show you, word for word, exactly what they'll say to these people that, you know, they're using in their in their stuff. I know what I got to do. 1 second. Because to me, it's just downright fucking just fuck you right in everyone's face. They don't give a shit. But leave that up there. So you go through this. This is obviously the weather modification website. Otherwise, it's all freaking out right now. There we go. So if you go to weathermodification.com, go to all these little things, career, contact us, information, resources, frequently asked questions. Now, here's the thing. I believe if you're a company that is responsible for the health of everything, that sprays these chemicals over everything, should be responsible and honest. But they're not. Because you go here, go to general, and it's a whole list of questions that you may have, you may have for them. And let me see where it is. What are the environmental consequences of water or weather modification? Environmental impact from cloud seeding operations can be broken into two categories: the effects the chemical seeding agents use for the program, and the impact on precipitation changes. Environmental impact on from cloud seeding agents. The active ingredients in cold cloud seeding agents is silver iodine, what we just read, or AgI, or AgIl. I'm sorry. Unlike ionic silver, the silver iodine compound is very stable, essentially inert. First of all, when you say essentially inert, that means it's not inert. It means, there's not very much that's going to make this thing have a chemical reaction, but there's something. Okay, numerous studies have conducted that clearly demonstrates its safety. Even projects operated for decades have experienced no adverse environmental impacts because of silver iodine. Additional information about the safety of silver iodine is found in many studies and reports. Active ingredients in warm cloud seeding is a simple salt, either sodium chloride or calcium chloride. Both are found abundantly in the environment. Sea spray releases millions of tons of the sodium chloride into atmosphere annually. Now here's the thing. What I just read to you makes it sound like silver iodine, sodium chloride, and calcium chloride are perfectly safe. Nothing to worry about. But what I just read out of the toxicology report says different. Now, you're right. It didn't say it's going to kill people. So what? I guess if it doesn't kill people, we just shouldn't give a fuck? Now, I am no tree hugger. I hunt. I kill animals. I eat them. So I'm not one of them save the world fucking kumbaya, don't step on flowers, don't kill ants and roaches. I will stomp a fucking roach out in a heartbeat. I don't give a fuck. But that is some bullshit. I eat my fucking food. I do not kill for sport. If you go on any of my fucking social media accounts, you will not see one fucking dead animal I shot. Why? Because just like sports, I've been there before. I don't need to act like I'm fucking the best. I don't need to boast about that shit. I do it because I want to, and that's all there is to it. So, like I said, it's fucking bullshit. Let me go back into the chat real quick. Let me relax, breathe a little bit. Go ahead and do this just for a second. So I can get in this chat and say what's up to you guys. What up, George? Flat Earth Unity, what up? McFice is in the building. What's up, my friend? Oh, what up? Lewis Hackett's in the building. Don't think anyone's banned him. Don't ban Lewis. I want him to explain to me how silver iodine is safe. Seeing how I'm not sure if you heard it, Lewis, but I read the toxicology report on silver iodine, and it's extremely dangerous to animals. So go ahead. Yeah. Like I said, guys, Stargazer Jim, he is actually one of the nicer guys at the server. He doesn't he doesn't belittle, he doesn't do all that kind of shit. He is a Glober. He does have his views on flat earthers, but he is respectful. So don't give him too much shit, guys. He's actually pretty cool. Um. What's up, Helio? How you doing, sir? Thank you, sir. Thank you. But like I was saying, Lewis, go ahead and let me know. Matter of fact, Lewis, if you feel so strongly about it, I would actually like to invite you on to my hangout. Now, I'm not that stupid. If I let you on my hangout, people, I understand, until I start another one, I will not be showing it because we all know why. But yeah. No, Lewis, I will not. Here's the thing. You'll do it to other people and you'll talk shit, but when something happens to you, you cry. So we can either stay on topic and you can explain to me. In fact, you explain to me how silver iodine is safe, and if you can convince me, I'll take it down. Otherwise, kiss my ass. How about that? And like I said, you'll put memes up, you'll talk shit about other people, you'll do everything you feel like doing. But this is my stream. It's what I do, and can't. No, not gonna happen. Now go ahead, make memes about me, try to dox me. And Lewis, I'm not saying you do that shit to me, but I don't care. Yeah, but you give other flat earthers a lot of shit, and you spread word, you spread bullshit around about people, and you're Lewis. Um, so therefore, I will do what I please. Okay, fine. You don't make memes at all. Whatever. Now, do you want to convince me that silver iodine is safe? And I'll take that meme down. Otherwise, kiss my ass. Yeah, I mean, the other one, that's Curve. You think he has a problem with that? I mean, I'm pretty sure Tim probably would have a problem. I don't care. This is my stream. You don't have to be here, and it's not illegal, nor is it. I don't think anyone would disagree. Okay. Well, Lewis, you go ahead and cry. Go ahead and let all the other guys know that are assholes. Yeah, I don't care, Lewis. For a fact I know you put other people's images up. Yeah, okay. It's not illegal. I found it on the internet. Anyway, it was it's actually public what is it called? It was already put out there. I didn't take the picture. I didn't steal it from somewhere. It became public resource, whatever the fuck you call it. Whatever, Lewis. Keep crying. In fact, I can ignore you. I'm not really worried about that. So my question is, Lewis, like to tell me, you know what? How about this, Lewis? Let's do this. I'm gonna take it down. I'll take it down. Would you public domain? Thank you, Lewis. Would you like to come on and convince me? Okay, whatever. I did. You didn't cry like this when I put it up in the server. Anyway, Lewis, do you want to convince me that cloud seeding is now all of a sudden safe? And if you can, I won't put it up. But here's the thing. Can't. I'm going to put one up that's as big as this whole fucking screen. So, since you decided to say that you... Wait, let's go back. So I don't want to put words into your mouth, Lewis. I want to say exactly what you said to me just ago. You said, Sean, what is your fucking problem? Is that what that was about? Was it that or the cloud seeding thing? Which one was it, Lewis? Matter of fact, anybody who wants to disprove so far what I've said or anything about weather modification, come on. Because here's the thing. I try to have these conversations. Everyone here who's part of the FE fam, you guys know, you've heard me talk about weather modification thousands of times. And I would think that the stuff I'm saying is fact. It's in our faces. It's not like I'm making anything up. Every time I talk about these things, I do have my facts right there to show you. So there's Lewis. If you or you want to, I'm pretty sure you probably went and cried to somebody already. Let them know I'm talking about it. Bring them on in. Matter of fact, I would actually, no, you know what? I would actually like Curve to stop by. I think it's a little late for him. But anybody, go find them and bring them on in. My plan was just to get the info out, just so the fam knows what's going on. But now that I know you guys know that I'm live and you guys are gonna stop by, why don't you guys come onto my platform and have this conversation? Because when I try doing it over there on the server, you guys like to belittle and yell. But now that I'm set up, I have my facts and my proofs right here ready to go. Let's do it here. No? Nobody? Yeah, I know, Cynic. I didn't, it's a subtle thing. But now that I'm done with that, and it clearly Lewis isn't going to do it, I will continue. What's up, Shed Ranger? Roger. Whatever the hell you're. What else? Who else came in? I saw somebody else. Who else is? All right. Going up. There he is. What up, Flat Earth or Flat Accord? How you doing, man? It's been a long time. How you been? How you doing, Yeti? Thanks for stopping in. Let's see what you got. Yeti, I would have to have you on because I can't explain what I'm looking at. But yeah, you guys can check out the link and help me. Hey man, I'm glad you're here, Accord. It's been a long time, man. How you been? What up, Shed? So here's the thing. Let's get back into what I was talking about. Now, I kind of just wanted to do like a rough talk about this cloud seeding and whatnot. So this is what it is. Cloud seeding is it's obviously dangerous, and that's the chemicals they're telling us about. Now, if we're gonna get into like the real nitty gritty of these things, I mean, we're talking like chemicals we know are dangerous. We know they're not even supposed to make or use anymore. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard me talk about the NMOD. NMOD being the Environmental Modification Act. It's a treaty. It basically states that no company, no sole entity, no country, no military is allowed to do these weather modification tests or using them without UN regulated permission. And here's a kicker to it. There's a very, very thin line between what they're doing and what they're allowed to do. So what the NMOD really states is basically that you can't use anything as a weapon. Now, we all know about Project Storm Fairy? I can find it real quick. I have it on one of my screens. Nope, not this one, it's the next one. There it is. So let me go ahead and show the screen. Oop, I'm not even over there anymore. There we go. So, as you see, this is I know a lot of people here, you guys don't like WikiLeaks, but I do like it. It is a good start, and you can really branch off and let you know who's involved with these situations. As As you can see, Project Storm Fury, Atlantic, August through October 1977 for Cuba to swap indices. This is part of the big situation that everyone figured out that they were using these things for war. Now, if you guys don't remember, this is discussing stuff that happened in Vietnam. They actually made a monsoon rain for, I believe it was 2 weeks, and it actually helped the Allied forces move a lot, make a lot of gain a lot of ground during that situation. I can find it real quick because there's some other documents I have for it, or for this topic. Here it is. I wanted to show you this. And after that, very soon after that, this was brought in. Now, if you guys can see it, this is the weather modification law in the United States. Over many years, different states, government organizations have been trying to either do as much as they can or get rid of as much as they can. As you can see, like I said, there are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of court cases that state what's going on. Let me get back in the chat because I think I see. So also, let me go ahead through here real quick. Flat Earth. Okay. So deleted message. All right. That's also. Shroomy, no, I definitely. So here's the thing. Shroomy just came in. We all know him. I've actually had the opportunity to listen to Shroomy. He is a special character. He's a I don't know what you would call Shroomy. He's a special guy. Yeah. What? He's all right. He's not. He'll never have a wrench here, but he's a funny character. I'll put it that way. Like I said, I have been hanging out in the Glober Discord, and it has been a very interesting time. So back to the task at hand, because we were really fighting. The war was coming. Oh, Jesus Christ, McVice. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, over a year since 1974 is when they actually really started putting mandates and regulations on weather modification. And when I say weather modification, it is anything to do with modifying that atmosphere and or climate. So cloud seeding is weather modification. As you can see, they're court cases. 1950 in New York, Oklahoma, Washington State, Texas, Nebraska, California, Pennsylvania, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, California. Conclusions to them. I mean, I couldn't read how many all these court cases are right now. It'd be crazy. So here's the thing. The reason they made these laws had to have been for a reason. And this is to anyone who does not believe in weather modification or that they do it to the effect that we know they do. Why would they have court cases? What would there be reason to sue anybody for if it wasn't happening the way we say it does and it wasn't affecting the climate like we say it does? I'll go to the next one. Like I said, you guys can see I got endless amounts of stuff on this. So what I'm saying isn't made up. It's not bullshit, which is what really irritates me. So anybody that lives in the LA County, you may have seen one of these. They set these up, not in wide open areas. You'll probably find one of these in a remote mountain range, a wetland area that is out of sight. This is what is called a ground-based cloud seeding device. See, so cloud seeding has been around for decades, but general public has not known about it until recently. 1946, it was discovered by General Electric Lab that silver iodine could be used to make already existing clouds put out more rain. It was in 1950 that this technology started to be used to enforce the battle drought. Since that time, it is used as needed all over the world, depending on the drought level. And with the increasing water shortage worldwide, cloud seeding is becoming more and more common. So there's no way anymore, period, anybody could say it's not happening. Period. Now, understand this. These devices are very expensive. You have one of these ground-based systems put in your county. Well, actually, they would put numerous ones. They'll contract it to. They'll probably cost about 10 grand for 3 devices for a period of 3 weeks. And that is just the ground base. Now you want to talk the air, up in the air. They use a flare system. The flare system is compiles of 2 different types. There's one that holds, I believe, off the top of my head, it was 60 flares. The second one was 120 flares. Obviously, giving you a longer period of seeding. Santa Barbara one I had found. I'm going to get to that one. And so this one I'm showing now, this is was contracted by the Santa Barbara County Water Supply. Basically, when they did this is in 2003, the aerial cloud seeding that they had done, comparted, I think it cost them a total of $400,000. But that was for February 2003 to 2006. Now, I don't believe it's I don't believe they only do it every once in a while, especially for $400,000. Fly a plane, I think per flight, I believe one of the websites I read was at $2,500. So for one plane to cloud seed one time with 120 flares is $2,500. Now you want to add that up and you want to multiply, divide. I don't give a fuck what you do. $400,000 gets you a lot of goddamn cloud seeding, and in 3 years, that sounds like a lot of fucking cloud seeding. What else I got here? So, with that, we all know that is low key. That is bullshit. That is stuff they want us to know, the stuff they want us to talk about, the stuff they need us to talk about. But when it really comes down to it, the big players is HARP. Now, when I say the big players is HARP is not a company. HARP is not they're not taking these things and going, we want to. No. They work for different companies. Hey, your sweet place, how you doing? We'll go ahead and get back in the chat. Yeah, hey, you can delete his message. I don't know what he's saying. I didn't see it. Let's only real disrespect. We're gonna go ahead and do ban people for it, because I actually want someone with the balls to tell me how this stuff is safe. What's up, Cat Eyes? What is Flat Earth Deacon? How you doing? What is up, Daniel? How you doing? So, like I said, and here's the other thing. They like to complain about one factor that is ridiculous. What up, Nick? How you doing, sir? They don't like the fact that I go to Geoengineering Watch. Now, here's the thing. Geoengineeringwatch.org doing the same thing I'm doing on a bigger scale. Much bigger. Now, here's the thing. They believe that a team of Geoengineer Watch employees sit down at a table and roll dice and figure out bullshit they can put in their website. But when a company, or I'm sorry, a website does stuff like, has documents, it's pretty obvious at some point they got to be knowing a little bit of what they're talking about. So, for instance, or let's get one thing straight. I'm 100% positive that there is quite a few articles in this important documents side right here that is probably very biased. because anyone who hates this shit is gonna find the worst and post the worst they can find. But the reality of it is, this is real. This is going on, and this stuff is fact. I mean, it's not just made up. Because if it was just made up, I'd ask you to do this. I ask you to. So let's go to one. We'll go to aluminum, because aluminum is one of the chemicals that they use for cloud seeding. It's from 2012. Now, if an author writes this or an editor publishes this, it's still there. It's still something that's going on. So anything that you'll find here, and you think this is bullshit, then you go get your document and you show me how what I'm reading here on this website is bullshit. Until then, all you're doing by saying it's not real is hiding behind the truth. And like I said, you guys can go to, this is geoengineeringwatch.org. I highly do recommend this site. I no matter what site it is, whether it's a actual government site or it's one of these sites, I do urge everybody to really weigh what you're reading, because like I said, there are just the way a sentence is made can turn it either way. Either way a sentence is read can be it can be taken any different way, but it's always going to be different probably for every person that reads it. So like I said, if you read something from here, for instance, environmental investigations of plant exhibiting disease state flora or fluorescein. Read like 5 or 6 different websites about it. You'll usually find that there's a lot of different ideas in it, but you'll always catch the real issue with whatever they're talking about. Now, I did come to this website for a reason. It was, where is this? Yeah, this is. So, this is actually a handbook that goes out to a team of observed researchers, I guess you would call it, that studies the effect of atmospheric aerosol, the properties and climate impacts. Now, there's 2 things I want to say when it comes to this, and I'm going to give it as real as I can, because this isn't to gain support for hating cloud seeding, nor is it to downplay it or anything like that. I'm doing research because I want the truth. So when I do read these things, I do have to read the realistic ideas that they're actually portraying, and to understand what's going on. Yes, they do spray aerosols into the atmosphere to alter it. That's straight. But at the same time, there are atmospheric aerosols that are there, period. Now, an atmospheric aerosol consists of, any chemical besides for oxygen that is in our atmosphere. So understand that that is where anyone who denies it will try to get you at. But there's so many things that we can read and notice and see and hear that show that they're not. It's not just nature. It's not not man-made. I have another thing I'll show you guys in a little bit. I gotta find it on my phone and then send it to the computer. But I mean, there's studies all over the world where they're seeing what are these natural atmospheric aerosol effects, and then there are the man-made ones. Now, if and this came up the other day, we are all under the idea, and we understand the idea that technology, science, government, military, I put those all in the category of it, are at least 15 to 20 years ahead of us. And like I said, I did 14 years on Camp Pendleton as a civilian contractor. In that 14 years, I talked to a lot of Marines. I talked to I was around a lot of drunk Marines. I was around a lot of Marines who were sick of what was going on and didn't care who knew what was really going on. Uh, the Iraq War, in Afghanistan, that's a whole different topic. I'm not going to even touch that right now. I would like to do a live stream about it, but it is definitely not right now, and I wouldn't. I'm not going to mix the two. But there are things going on. Wait, this is how I have perceived it to work by what I've been told and how I understand it. You have the companies DARPA, Raytheon, Marquis Locker, whatever the fuck they're called. Off the top of my head, I'm fucking tongue tied. But Lockheed Martin. There you go. They're government contracted. That they're the what I call the ballers of the production world. They make stuff, put it out, to their testers that we have no clue it exists, and we will not have a clue it exists until it's time. I have seen everything from helicopters with no windows. It didn't. It We all know we've seen the helicopter that landed, quote unquote, in the Bin Laden compound at I think it was Pakistan. But here's the thing: there are other ones. There are different types of these aircraft. I've seen them. I haven't touched them. I haven't walked up next to one, but I got to see them. You can go on Camp Pendleton and find all their airfields. You will find one. There is three, so stuff like that. I have seen Abram tanks 5 years ahead of being released. You guys know the trucks that deflect the IEDs, the ones that actually saved our soldiers' lives, instead of the crappy Hummers. Those actually sat on Camp Pendleton, probably 7 or 8 years before they were actually sent to Iraq for the troops, which makes me sick. But again, like I said, I didn't want to go on that tangent, but I had to. So when it comes to these studies and weather modifications and stuff, yeah, we only have bits and pieces of what they're doing, but the reason we know about it is because there are people that find out that are involved in this shit and don't like it, and they want it to get out so people can find out what's going on and stop it somehow, or just get the word out. So just the fact that they're testing these atmospheric aerosols, and they will, in certain ones they'll see, you can see that they state in these documents man-made aerosols as well. For you to say they're just testing them, it's blind, fucking blind, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, so I mean, it's ridiculous to me how these people can talk to us. When I say us, I don't mean just flat earthers. I mean truthers as a whole. How blind do you have to be to really believe the government won't do this shit? Bring up Operation Northwood, and they look at you like, oh no, it was just a plan. They didn't do it. Fuck you. They thought. That's just the thought. Fuck if it was on paper or not. If someone said, yeah, we talked about it once, fuck you, government. That's all there is to it. I mean, and there's a fucking whole array of lists of these things. I mean, if you really want to get into it, it's time. I want to. Another website that I've let you guys know about many of times, climateviewer.com. By far, to me, the best weather modification site to get your information on. Let's see if I can find his, because he has a couple sites that this is linked to. He has a site on here, and it's called The History of Weather Modification. And find it real quick. And we're going to be talking about this stuff: the Raytheon, AWAPS, the Siren, these agencies. We're going to talk about that in a second. Yeah, I see. Okay, hey, Cynics, I'll send you a link in a second. I have found that when I start a hangout, if I'm trying to get a topic out, it always meanders and goes somewhere else. But let me get through this real quick. I'll be done in 10 minutes, and then I'll open up the panel for everybody if they want to jump on. And if hey Shroomy, do me a favor. Why don't you go let Lewis know that if he doesn't come back and defend his claim that weather modification isn't safe, I'm gonna put his shit back up. But here we go. So here's just one of them. This isn't the part I was looking for, but we'll start on here. When they first started weather modification, the main thing they used was the black carbon. This is the stuff is crazy dangerous. This stuff is what suffocates plants, melts ice, basically. I think the whole climate, the whole CO2 thing is real. It is, because hey, you're using a shit ton of industry. But this would be like laying a literal blanket over it for it to melt, and it's just shitty. So I think this is it. Like I said, please go check this site out. I'm trying to look for one specific thing, so you'll probably see some stuff on here and want me to click on it, but hey, yeah, I gotta find it. What I'm looking for is weather modification histories part. Basically, what it does is it breaks it down, because you'll be surprised to how long this has been going on. Not only will you be surprised to that, you'll be surprised to find out what they've done. Yeah, here's the article: aluminum, barium, and chemtrails. How Texas stole California's rain. Citrus clouds, geoengineering, which is citrus cloud seeding, accidental environmental with ship tracks and contrails. And that's the other thing. It's not. They used to blatantly put these chemicals out. Now they've figured out ways to hide it a little bit better. Let's see, geoengineering. Damn it. But why it's not working? I can find it a different way. There we go. Like I said, I'm trying to find the weather modification history part. See. I know what I'll do. What up, Logic? How you doing, sir? Just like I was telling someone in the chat, Logic, if you wanted to jump on, just give me about 5-10 minutes. I just wanted to get on this little thing right here, and then I'll open the panel up. And here's the thing: the whole reason I even honestly got into finding out what this whole cloud seeding weather modification thing is I found out like one of the very first cloud seeding contracts that a county would put out. It was here in San Diego. I'm actually insanely close to the little town that they did it to. 1915, county basically did a contract to a guy named something Hatfield. Him and his brother made it rain. It damaged it broke the levee, the dam that they have out here, and pretty much destroyed the whole little city. So, or little town out here. It was pretty famous for what happened. I don't know why the hell I can't find it. Let me see. archives. Well, I don't know where the hell it was. He like redid his site, so now I don't know where everything is from where it was. So let's go here. Actually, we're gonna skip that. We're gonna go to solar radiation. This is actually another. This is probably the biggest conversation I've had. In no, hey, Jim. It was up here in Lake Marina. Right off, Buckman Springs, right past up Pine Valley or Sunset Highway. Yeah, but okay, let me see. Get in this chat. Thank you, you're sweet. I definitely appreciate that. Core, I think the flyers were set with energy weapons and weather modification was used before drought and during pressure systems resulting in record winds, which increased the fires. Yeah, it's 100% what I believe too. The one with the energy weapons, which i.e. the lasers, that was a little harder for me to hold with, but I will admit 100,000% that there are a lot of things that happened that are very consistent with those weapons that they do have and admit they have now. When you see the testing on them, a lot of those cars looked exactly like the cars that they were testing those devices on. Now, when it comes to weather modification and drought, the same way the weather modification companies talk about a chemical or what they're doing, the deniers will do the exact same thing. So when you tell them they cause a drought by overseeding, they'll tell you you're crazy and it's bullshit that they can't overseed, and that's not true. The process that they use, and websites actually will explain how they do it. It takes the silver iodine, and for simple, make it a little simple, or make it more simple. The silver iodine is a magnet for moisture. It pulls as much moisture as it can out of that little area, and it will form clouds or make clouds bigger, either way. But what is happening is say you have, and this is not how it works. It's an easier way to say it. Say you have 100 parts of moisture. You spray the iodine one time, and after that spray, you now have 70 parts of moisture. You spray again, you have 40 parts left, and so on and so on and so on. After seeding so much, it becomes no moisture. Now, the less and less moisture you have, the less and less cloud cover you will have. The less and less cloud cover you have, the less moisture is being held in these clouds. Therefore, you get a drought. Now, whether they want to believe it or not, I'm sorry, Stargazer Jim, I'm pretty sure you can vouch for me. We did not have a winter at all. We probably did about 6 to 7 months, 0 rain. And these people that deny it. Now, I get people that don't think it's as bad as we're saying, and here's the problem: there are people out there that are talking about the same thing, but they'll take it too far. I call it the alien situation, where basically you'll have an hour conversation with somebody, and that first 45 minutes they're making sense. You can visualize what they're saying. And then the last 15 minutes, they go on a tangent that is just fucking crazy. You know what I meant, Jim. Yeah, it's fucking cold as hell and it fucking rained. But the reality of it is just like that. There are people that are like that. There are people that deny it, and they're so blind to wanting to believe it that they force themselves to not believe it. And it's crazy to me. But like I was saying, it's happening, and like I was saying again, cloud seeding is the baby version of what I really want to get into. This is just going to be a teaser, because next live stream, which will be tomorrow, 100% tomorrow, I'm going deep, and I'm going to explain what's really going on when it comes to atmospheric modification. This is not in our troposphere. That is where we live now. That is what we experience. The atmosphere we feel and breathe. But when it regards to the ionosphere, in regards to the stratosphere and the metrosphere and the thermosphere, which they are doing everything you can think of there. What's up, Bunny? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. It's an honor to have you. But like I was saying, their HARP since '95 that I know of has been doing stuff to the ionosphere. That is the basic. That is where our clouds and our lightning is formed. It does make its way down. It does, lower itself into our atmosphere as it gets heavier and denser. But they're spraying all these atmospheres to the point where if you go to NASA's website, they have what they call ISS aerosol research programs. I can't find it, but I will for tomorrow. There's a website that actually has NASA's document talking about NASA's spraying into the stratosphere. So I'll get on that tomorrow. Like I said, I'm not done. I just kind of want to give you guys a teaser on the atmospheric modification. We're going to go into that tomorrow. For now, I'm going to I'm going to close out some of these windows, and then I'm going to get that panel up and running, and let's do open panel. Yeah, talk about anything, talk about this, doesn't matter to me. If you doubt me, if you think I am wrong, jump on the panel. I have zero problem proving it or talking it out. So give me 1/2 second, and we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Let me see if I can get this going so you guys aren't having to... Yeah, so I got to set up my Hangout. That was the Hangout. Okay. Give me 1 second, people.
You?
Blacksmith.
frost and cold. They hypnotize everyone. They break our eyes and lie about the ground, the moon and the sun. And then they laugh and sneer from golden castles up above. They want you just like them, incapable of I hope you don't forget to love. With petty instincts plugged into a sweet memory to take the righteous path, you can't push down at other outcasts. I hope that you hold on to that. Don't forget to hypnotize everyone. They break our eyes and lie about the ground, the moon and the sun. And then they laugh and sneer from golden castles up above. They want you just like them, incapable
I go toe to toe with you. With you, I go toe to toe with you. With you, I go toe to toe with you. Toe to toe with you, I go toe to toe with you. Knock your teeth out. You know what we bout. We bout that money, baby. You better reroute. You better recount. Count the jazz, I'ma crack your jaw. Like a pit bull, look for me, get me out. Hey, let me loose. I'ma back my boy, go rip this bite. Call pay-per-view. Jump house out to sell out this fight. I'm off the track. I play no game. I'm on the rampage. We gon' bang. You wanna see me? I'ma keep you on 3D cause the CD's the only one to handle me. Toe to toe, I'ma drop you like in the guillotine. Place the strap now. You think you ain't back down? I'm either gonna break your neck or you gon' tap out. Get em. Something about the kids who wanna do with em. Yes indeed. Now watch me make them bleed. How does it go? You already know. Blow for blow, throw to throw. Post it close, I let them know it's toe to toe. Toe to toe with ya. I go toe to toe with ya. Toe to toe with ya. I go toe to toe with ya. Toe to toe with ya. I go toe to toe with ya. Toe to toe with ya. I go toe to toe with ya. Tell me who really won't. Point them out. I'll put these arms around them. Choke 'em
All right. Anybody wants to jump on the chat? Let me know. I do apologize for that. OBS's what do you call it? OBS's audio features aren't quite as good as I wish they were. Another reason I will be going over to XSplit very, very soon, as soon as I figure everything out on there. I definitely don't want to be learning and live streaming from there. So that'll be soon. I actually, Bunny, have no clue. I heard it and I said, gotta have it on the live stream. So I put it up. Let me go ahead and take this off before I seizure someone out. Yeah, but yeah, Accord, man. All you gotta do is say something, man. Let me know, and I'll play anything you need. Yeah, the because I'm looking at my OBS, and my OBS at the bandwidth is jumping around, and every time it jumps down to yellow, I get worried that it's gonna freeze and lag out again, like it had been before. So, but I mean, I think it's been actually pretty good. I hope so. I hope it's been pretty good on your guys' side. That's the other thing I like about the XSplit broadcaster. It has a lot, like it has more audio adjustments than it does video. So I'm pretty excited about that because I want to start playing more videos and stuff. I had some videos I wanted to play tonight, but kind of got long-winded, I think, and I wanted to at least give the guys an opportunity to open up the chat. Obviously, it's not obligated. Sooner or later, I will actually, I'll shut down and go back to the researching for tomorrow. So anyone that just got here or maybe interested in putting in their side of things, tomorrow I'm going to do a detailed, not just these things where I run over it. I'm gonna do a detailed stream of what modification is. It is not cloud seeding. Cloud seeding is nothing compared. But I want to get into that, and I don't think I've done too many streams about the actual things they're doing and what it's affecting. So go ahead. I'll check my email. I don't think I'll check the. Yeah, of course. I hate OBS so bad. They sell it with all the filters and the chroma key. It's crap. But hang on, let me go through the chat, see if anybody wanted to jump on here. Don't see anybody. Check my email real quick. If you send me an email to get on the panel, just let me know. Otherwise, I mean, realistically, guys, I'm had a long day. Talking about this shit actually does stress me out because then I just want to get in, go search into it more. But I mean, realistically, I pretty much talk to everybody in other chats and channels, and I'm just happy that I have the opportunity to do this live stream for you guys to hear this stuff. It's an honor, honestly. I think I appreciate doing this more than you guys may have tell me you appreciate me doing it, but trust me, if I didn't have you guys as my flattered family, I wouldn't be doing this. I know I wouldn't because I've been researching conspiracies and all this stuff for a long time, and nothing in my brain told me to ever live stream. But I think you guys need to know, and I worry about it. I worry about you guys when it comes to these things. So I feel the more educated you guys are, the safer you'll be. So I mean, if no one wants to jump in the hangouts, it's cool, no problem at all. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take off anyway. The main thing I wanted to say, is please come by tomorrow. If you can't make it, obviously this will be tomorrow's stream will be uploaded, and you still get that information out there. But I think tomorrow will probably be the most information about a subject I've ever done on a live stream. I've actually been preparing for it for probably 3-4 weeks now. I'm pretty sure a lot of you heard me say I was doing research on it. I did go to the other server, like the Globe servers that would deny it. I actually went over there with a purpose when it comes to this topic. I wanted to know what the deniers thought about it. So I, instead of just finding the stuff, I actually based a lot of my research on disproving what a denier would say to somebody for that reason. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Stargazer. I'm probably gonna head over there in a little bit. Bullshit in the chat over there. So I'll see you in a little bit. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. What up, Jay Bird? No worries. I didn't know Dreads was even on. Matter of fact, I'll see you guys over there. So yeah, even better. I didn't know Dreads was alive. So head over there. You've been exposed. I'm pretty sure he's on You've Been Exposed channel right now. I actually didn't get a notification, so I'm kind of frustrated with that. But yeah, I'll see everyone over there. Thank you guys for being here. You know, I appreciate it. Can't say it enough. All the respect in the world to you guys for even coming around and letting me have the opportunity. Love you guys.
The hustle standing, flag no fail. Hold strong, people. Hold strong. Revolutionary, frontline standing, solitary. Mind state, kinda scary. Take